Do you find yourself using email to negotiate? Technology has certainly changed the way that we communicate. Specifically in the context of global negotiation, it's impossible for us to necessarily time our discussions to fit in with different time zones. To physically be present in different locations certainly is a costly exercise. This has led to the proliferation of email supporting negotiations. I wonder if in your organization you've ever had the problem of misunderstandings arising as a result of email communication. Well, if you have, you're certainly not alone. The research that supports this phenomenon was originally done by Professor Mehrabian in the early 70s. The conclusions that he made as a result of this research is that as little as 7% of the way that you're understood is dependent on the words that you use. We know that the way that your counterparty is likely to understand you is hugely influenced by the other two contributing factors. Number one, body language, which contributes about 55% to the extent to how you're understood, supported also by your tone of voice, which contributes about 38%. So therefore, it's no surprise that emails can be easily misunderstood. The recipient of your email is not in a position to interpret your message with the supporting information that we need to derive from observing body language and understanding tone of voice. So in the context of negotiation, email is a particularly dangerous tool. There are, however, some ways in which we can mitigate the risks associated with using email to negotiate. Some of the research that's been done in this field suggests that the minute that we also disclose, in addition to the information that we're negotiating about, some personal details. So for instance, if we were to include maybe a picture and maybe a personal biographical overview before we start negotiating on email, then the likeliness of us being successful increases significantly.